Who can guess where we are? So this is the man responsible for it all. This is Slipmatt's brother Paul.
30 years ago.
Yeah, who would have thought it, mate? Who would have thought
30 years ago, Raindance.
And looking at it now, there's enough room. There is enough room, definitely. I think you need to go and do your magic and see if you can.
There's enough room for a little.
See if you can go and get another licence for it. Go and have a word with the football people.
Sure, we can do that.
See what we can do. Let's see. Let's have a walk around anyway.
Yeah.
So there used to be Port Cabin over there where everything happened. All the work happened. I think Paul, I mean, you can tell your story. How did it come about? Tell people how it came about for the first time on camera, mate.
Well, I just had this mad idea 30 and a half years ago of putting this rave on, and I thought there's got to be a way of doing it properly. I didn't want to break into people's warehouses and and do it that sort of way.
That was people like me were doing it.
And I had this acquaintance that just happened to have the tenancy on this bit of land.
Yeah, I used to play football here when I was running Saturday football clubs and that.
The main thing we wanted was a piece of land that was legal, no houses around to disturb anybody. I just thought it's the perfect place to give it a go. Yeah, I went to Lou on this land and said, I want to hire you a bit of land, or do you want to be my partner? He said, we'll give it a go together. He said, as long as you know what you're doing.
Did any of us know what we were doing 30 years ago? No, we didn't.
Which I blagged it. You know, my younger brother was playing the music at home. Get him involved in a little way, you know. And a friend of mine, Ray Spence, so I approached him and said, I'm going to put this big rave on. Do you want to get involved? How much do you know about it? And he sort of blagged it with me that he knew everything.
I think Ray at the time was a rare groove promoter, so he knew nothing about it.
No,
but he knew some people who did. So I think he involved people like Lyndon C.
Yeah, but we were three people with ambition.
Yep.
Ray brought in a guy from Cleveland Anderson first of all.
Okay.
To help put the line-up together. He brought in Lyndon C with him.
Okay. Cool.
And through there we got Cole Cox and
and it all mushroomed.
Yeah, all mushroomed. We had my brother on as a warm-up DJ to start, and he obviously soon. And
I believe he played the first record as well, didn't he?
He did the first ever record at Raindance.
That's cool.
DJ Slipmatt.
So as I understand it, the first party here was unmolested by the authorities.
Well, there's a grey area because we went to the authorities.
Okay, so they were aware of it, they left it alone and it went all weekend or something.
What happened? We went to the authorities and we said we want to put a party on. We didn't say what type. We just said we want to put a party on. And they said, well, you own the land. And we said, yeah, we've got a tenancy. Good. And you've got an alcohol licence there.
That's true.
So you've got a licence there, so we said
Don't bother us, go away.
So they basically said, well, you've got your licence, go and have your party, what's the problem? So we did.
And as I understand it, that went for like the whole weekend, 2 days.
Monday morning.
Monday morning, brilliant. You're going to do it properly.
There was a time here where we had, on that first event, throughout the Sunday, over the far side, which will show you, we had Raindance going.
Yep.
On the pitch.
Talk about the carpet.
Yeah. Well, there's a football match going on the pitch. So we had Raindance on one pitch, we had a football match on the other, and we had a car boot sale around it. So all the ravers were going over to the car boot sale and buying all the rubbish.
No, I remember like when I came on board, there was still the car boot sale coming on, so we'd all be piling out of like the big tops, thousands of us, 6 in the morning, all happy as Larry, go over to the car boot sale and all walking around the car boot going, ooh, isn't this great?
Yeah.
Like, how much is that? Oh, that's really cheap, whatever. Like car booters couldn't believe what was going on.
Yeah.
We're all going over crap.
No, but the very first one, they had a football match.
Oh, okay. Well,
not on the Saturday night, but on the Sunday daytime. Sunday morning.
I thought I might incorporate that into my story. There I was minding my own business playing football. I thought I'm going to join these people. Yeah, that sounds a bit better.
Yeah.
My involvement came on the second party.
Yes.
Right. I was with a group of people, sound system and production, etc. And we were like willing to break into warehouses, get arrested in the morning, that sort of stuff. And then we came to be the production people for the second part.
Yeah.
The second party was sold, or the licensing wise, well, I don't know why you felt the need to do this, but you did. Anyway, it was done as a Children in Need event.
It was,
which was a legal thing.
Yeah.
Licensed till 2 AM in the morning.
Yes, it was, yeah.
So it was all done properly. I believe film cameras were down, etc. Money was raised.
And the main
and
reason,
there was even mud wrestling.
The main reason we did it was, one, to raise some money for charity, but two, because we didn't want everyone to think, oh, Raindance was going to be at the same place, because it was a mystery, wasn't it? We raised then, it was all about the meeting points and the mystery. Where are we going to go to the party?
Yeah, you know, you see, it was a bit of fun.
So obviously by having a marquee up,
it's a bit of a giveaway.
So we was advertising something different.
Okay.
So that they wouldn't necessarily think it was at the same place.
So the second party was a Children in Need thing. I was here with that, and then on the evening when you tried to pass it through from the disco ending and the mud wrestling ending, then all the people at meet points were brought down, etc.
Yeah.
And then on the approach road you see all the police wagons congregating. And in there you could see them with their shields and their helmets and their batons.
There was no issues with the police, was there? They just came
stopped
in
the party.
But I mean, but no one was backing against them or anything. It was,
I think there was a kind of half-assed sit-down protest, wasn't there, or something?
Yeah. There was a few security might have thought they'd try and keep it out, because we kept them out the first time on the first party.
Yeah, okay, and they thought
we had our barrister there, and the police wouldn't cross through the gates because they didn't know whether
the rights or wrongs
of it, because we had explained to them that we'd been to the authorities and they couldn't prove, well, we had, so they couldn't prove otherwise.
But obviously on the second one
one we had been to authorities and got a 2 o'clock licence, so
we tried to go
they was there to enforce it. They was there to enforce it after 2.
Okay. So that event got stopped, which is a shame. I think I remember I buggered off and went down to Dungeons, so I was partying all night. The police didn't take the sound system away or confiscate like they normally do. So
no, but they didn't. Because there was another point to it. Because we had tried to get a later licence, and we got turned down. And we wanted to be able to prove that why should we get a later licence?
Okay.
So we did everything by the book for the 2 o'clock, and I wasn't there for them to come down to argue with them. It was there as a building block to get in. To get in the full licence. So as much as like we wanted it to carry on, and there was some people unhappy because it had to stop. From my point of view, I was thinking ahead, and I was looking at
your building relationships.
So I was looking at I was very friendly with the police, and I was looking at the next meeting with the council, with the police involved, to say everything was on till 2. Why can't it be 6? What's the problem? You can see that we've done everything how you meant to do an event. So it was a building block to get in the first proper all-night rave in the country.
From like my involvement with that one, at that point, from being a year involved in the really illegal side of that, I kind of joined Raindance from that point onwards, and gently eased my way out the other things. And then obviously, as Paul was saying about the second event, the Children Need event, is a direct link to everybody now dancing all night. Because if that event had been allowed to go on, then you would have pursued that course. But because it wasn't, you pursued the legal course. And then when the Acid House squad, the pay party unit, Burrell, Tappenden, and all the police in that eventually did kill the orbital parties, right? There's a vacuum. And that vacuum was filled by Raindance.
It was.
Because obviously the building blocks that Paul was talking about have led this to being the site where they could legally license it, and it was no nuisance to anybody or whatever. So there's a direct correlation between Children in Need and the fact that you're all dancing all night now. So not a lot of people knew that.
The Children in Need and the mud wrestling were a building block for the licensing.
Yes, that tale will be written up at some point soon.
You can see the flats just over in the distance. That was the nearest residents to the place.
Right, and now you remember that I had some friends in there?
Yes, yeah.
Right, and we
right,
used to give them a few £100 on the date of parties, so that they had parties on the same night as us.
Yeah.
So that there would be.
But we used to make a big effort to.
But we did things like that, you know, to make it a bit more confusing when the sound complaints would come into the council as to where they come from, etc. And obviously, we aimed the sound over that way, which is directly into Greenwich.
Where this white building is now, that would have been on the first pitch, wouldn't it?
Yeah. There was about, how many was there? 2 or 3?
There's two pitches. Yeah. So that would have been on the very first ever Raindance. That would have been on the Sunday daytime where the football game was.
And then over there, that was obviously car boot, wasn't it?
Yeah, car boot was over to that side. It sort of went round the pitch a little bit, and then the far pitch was where the main structure of Raindance was.
So, like looking at it here, it's you know, football pitches over there, but like even on this space here, looks like there's enough room to do something. So I think Paul is going to definitely have a look into this.
See if we can have an anniversary party. Yeah. We never got turned down for licence.
Well, we did once,
and
we won that, and we showed them what's what, didn't we?
Yeah. In them early days of going to Cambridgeshire and Leicestershire, and we got turned down once here. Yeah, and we went to court and beat the police in court.
Jenkins Lane proved to be the release valve for the scene, and we definitely kept up football and kept it alive. People were parking in Jenkins Lane, that became a problem.
Yeah.
So then we had to find alternative arrangements, so we ended up parking people at Woolwich Manor Way, further down the A13, which is Beckton kind of ski slope.
Yeah.
And then we bussed them in with my old man's coach firm, Forest Coaches. We did that. So when we were coming to bringing them in by the bus for the first time, people were still trying to park down Jenkins Lane, and we were turning them away. We wouldn't allow them down there flat. Right? Then we found out after the party that we turned everyone away from a wedding reception that was down the end of Jenkins Lane at the Thames Water Clubhouse, and we knew nothing about that. We apologise for that to this day. I do believe we made recompense by paying for a honeymoon holiday or something.
Yes,
something was done, but that was another, you know, comedic moment of how things go. Like future parties, we use
but we had a lot of people got married because of this place as well.
Yes,
lots of people met their partners here, and I've been thanked.
Yep. As promoters, that is one of the things that happens. If it wasn't for you, you know, that's quite moving.
And then there's quite a few men that have come moaning at me. They met their wife here and then they're divorced. Cost them a fortune.
Yeah, we're to blame for a lot. We're to be thanked for a lot, but hopefully over the 30 years we've provided an awful lot of entertainment. Just one memory for me is on the first legal one. It was in a long tent, and it was really hot in there, so we decided to open the side of the tent out. The event was the tents were at the back there, and we opened the tent out and we turned the speakers out to the football field, and there was a mist had come down, and we turned the floodlights on. We turned the floodlights on, and there was kind of orange and red glow to the mist, and it was all quite magical combined with everything else that was going on. I just remember we opened it up, speakers there, people dancing on top of the speakers about 8 foot high. And I just remember a character from back in the day, people remember Mr. T, exact dead ringer for Mr. T from the A team. And we've opened up the speakers, you stand on the speakers, opening up to the field. So I've gone out, walking out, look around, and Mr. T's no longer there, where he's just gone completely off of the 8 foot drop, gone boing, bounced and got up and just carried on. It was just like kind of surreal moment. That was funny.
We had some fun with these bushes along here. We used to have, if anyone was trying to break into Raindance, it would have been through them. So we had half a dozen dog handlers working for us. And they used to love it, because they wouldn't just let the dogs bark and scare the people off. They'd hide. and then, sorry, I've got to say, there's a stream goes through it as well. So they used to let these people get over the stream, not in the dark, so normally getting wet. You know? And they'd wait for them to get over the stream, and then they'd jump out and make them run back. Yeah.
I mean, I must admit, in the future years, the amount of people that say, "Yeah, I used to go to Jenkins Lane," and then my next question was like, "Did you pay?" Like, and no. No, they were like, God, it's, you know, if it's to be believed, the amount of fiddles that have come to life.
Probably, yeah.
Over the,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, guest lists. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
well,
there
we
was,
used to have over 1,000 people on the guest
wasn't there
list,
one
didn't we?
when you were in the guest list booth and Slipmat's girlfriend at the time was
Yeah,
in there?
yeah.
And somebody's come to the guest list
And
booth.
his mum and his girlfriend.
Okay, so
yeah,
they're all
yeah,
in there, and
yeah.
this geezer's arrived at the guest list and has gone away and gone like, he said he was Slipmat.
DJ, he had a record bag, a record box with him, this guy. And he said, oh, I'm DJ Slipmat. And it just happened to be, Matthew's...
So what did you do apart from embarrassing? Did you let him in? Should charge him double? Or
No,
did
we
he
all
want his way?
laughed. Everyone got to know what was going on, and then no, I think he played.
Good, good. Brilliant,
Yeah.
brilliant, brilliant. So yeah, here we are. Hopefully we'll get to do something else. If it wasn't for this man, thank you again, Paul.
Thank you.
That's cool. It's a shame that we haven't got Lou and Ray here. Maybe if we do the anniversary actually over here, then we'll put ourselves out, probably meet up beforehand, go in a private room, sort out our differences. Come out. Well, okay, you'll be all right, but you know, some of us go sort out our differences. Maybe come out with a few black eyes or whatever, and then we'll all be pals. And then we could like let's look to try and do something.
Yeah,
over
yeah,
it for the
it'd be
first
nice.
person.
It'd be
That
good.
would be really, really cool if we could.
Yeah.
I think so.
There's enough space there
Yeah, definitely.
to do something, yeah.
We need to look into that. That's it.